All right, back to another roundtable session. For those followers who love to follow us, please share. For those followers who follow and share, please like us. And for those who don't know about Urban Voice Media, we need you to follow. We need you to share us. And we most definitely need you to like us. We'd like to thank everyone who also has been giving contributions and supporting Urban Voice Media. For those who don't know how to, you can go to paypal.me/urban Voice Media. Also, we have Cash App, $Urban VM. Also, we have Venmo, which is www.venmo.com/Urban Voice Media. All right. This evening, I have a young man waiting in the background. This young man, he went from suicide to motivational speaker, author, and illusionist. All through the love and support of the good network system. I'll talk to you more about that when we come back.
You are now tuned into Urban Voice Media.
All right, back to the session. This evening, I have for you Jaun L. Moore Sr. Mr. Moore, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Awesome, man. Good to see that smile, man.
Thank you.
All right. Man, I read your book that I bought from you. I'm going to start there at the book portion. And, you know, of all places, you know, now with you being in Omaha, Nebraska, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. Most people across the world, well, not the world, I'm not too sure about that, but most people across the United States have heard of Gary, Indiana. And when I read your book, I'm like, Gary, Indiana, that's all right. Then went a little further, it said October 14th. So wait a minute, this guy's a Libra. No wonder he got passion to write a good book and be motivationally speaking and giving out them blessings to everyone. Man, how did you get from Gary, Indiana to Omaha?
A long journey. In 1999, I was in school, and I don't like bullies. So I was being bullied, and I got into a fight with this guy, and I beat him up. Then he had his boys looking for me. So I told my mom, and my mom was like, nah, we don't want you to be a part of that. So she actually took me out of Roosevelt High School, and I went to Horseman. And then right after I graduated, I left out of Horseman, we moved down to Omaha. So my mom is very big on education, do your work, and not being associated with like gangs and violence and everything. So
Right.
I got a good mom. I got a good mother.
Were you criticized as a child? Is something was going on? You being criticized or something?
I just felt like I was different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was in my own world sometimes, and people say, like, oh, look at this fool going down the street dancing and singing. But, you know, I have music in my ears, and I just like to dance. So I would dance and not really, like, I used to just dance. I could be in a grocery store, and I hear music, and I start dancing. Like, it just dances in my soul. If you can, like, some people say, I can dance without music. Well, the music is still a part of your soul. You got to start dancing.
Right.
So music will always be a part of you. Period. Right. But I was bullied as a kid, though, a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you. As reading in your book, I saw where, I don't know if they title it as a name, the BIFD, the borderline intellect functioning disability. Tell me more about that. What type of disability is that?
My brain don't comprehend faster than most people. When they did the IQ test, I was below average. So like below average is like 73. I was a 62.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that, but when I see you doing work, your work is way above average to the average eye.
Okay, hold on. There's a reason why. All my life I had to be, how can I put it? I knew it was something I was destined to do, but in my back of my mind, I was always criticized. Oh, he's too goofy. He'll never be able to do this. He do that. Oh, look at him. So what I did was I started reading. And by the grace of God, sending me my mentor, he helped me overcome a lot of things too.
At what age did you see that? At what age did you see that you had a gift that was a little bit different, that you could do things that an average 8-year-old couldn't do?
Walking down the street dancing.
Oh yeah.
In the store acting crazy.
I tell you this. I used to be a class clown in school, and because I felt like I wasn't good enough for people to be around people, and we used to be in stores, and me and my mom walked down the aisle, and she see people, hey, that's the dude that be in the classroom singing, or that's the dude that going down the street dancing. My mom just looked at me and shake her head like.
So you were singing, impersonating people, or you were just singing? You don't impersonate?
I started doing impersonations when I was 8.
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't getting to magic until I was 14.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you. You had a rough road, rough period in your life. Back in 2013, when your children they were being taken away from you, and you have 8 children, right?
Yes.
8 children. You don't have to go in detail as to what happened, unless you want to. But you don't have to go into detail. I'm not going to press that issue. But when your 8 children were taken away from you, mentally, what were you going through?
Oh, that's a good one. Mentally, I gave up. Working at Walgreens, going downtown doing magic, and doing little odd jobs with my friends, where like doing yard work and cleaning out gutters and everything. So I was working. Basically, I had 3 incomes. I was trying to provide for my family. I felt like I failed as a father. So it just all this, and then not being able to see my kids. And I'm doing everything I need to do. I'm supposed to be the provider of a family. I failed. And this happened at 7. So from 7 until 3 a.m., I was just walking through the whole Omaha and found myself at the pedestrian bridge. I looked down at the water. I was leaning over, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. Wow. I got up on a ledge and getting ready to jump. I had people like, dude, get down. What you doing? What you doing? I said, I can't do it. I'm thinking in my mind, I can't do this no more. So I looked up and said, God, if you got something planned for my life, let me know now. If not, I'm done. As soon as I got ready to jump, my phone rang. And I was like, hello? I said, hey, Kiwan, this is Manifest. Now, take it. I ain't heard or seen this dude in 7 months. He just called me out of the blue and somehow, hey, this is Manifest. What you doing? I said, nothing. He said, where you at? I said, I'm at home. I said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. He said, I just left your house. No, you're not. I said, why? He said, well, something in my spirit would tell me something was wrong with you. So I just wanted to check on you, see what you were doing. How you doing it? Where you at? I said, I'm at the pedestrian bridge. He could tell in my voice I wasn't there. He was like, stay right there. I'm coming to get you.
So what happened after he came and got you? Did you?
So he took me back to his house, and he was like, what we're going to do is this. You're emotionally drained. So what I want you to do is go downstairs in the basement. I got an extra couch down there that led onto a bed. Clear your mind, get some rest. We will talk in the morning. So the next morning I woke up and he was like, me and my wife discussed, you can stay here until you get on your feet. Now, at this time, I didn't know his wife was battling cancer. And they both opened up doors for me to stay there till I get on my feet. He said, all I need you to do is this. I need you to do 3 things. 1, help around the house. 2, at least kick it down $100 every time you get paid to help out with the bills around here. 3, get a Bible and start reading. I said, okay, cool. So he said, what I'm going to do is this. He took a piece of paper out and wrote something down on it. Folded it up and said, here, put it in your wallet. Don't open it up until I tell you to. So he said, you got a Bible? I said, nope. He said, you do now. He said, you got a notebook? I said, nope. He said, you do now. He said, what I want you to do is this. I'm going to give you some few scriptures I want you to read. And I want you to keep reading I want you to keep reading over and over and over again. So I'm like, okay. The time I read the scripture, I wrote it down. Read it, wrote it down. Read it, wrote it down. 3 days later, he was like, how do you feel? I said, I'm good. I'm ready to fight now. I said, my mind is straight, it's focused. I can fight now. He said, great. Open that paper that I just gave you. So I went downstairs, got out of my wallet, came back upstairs, opened in front of him. It said, I will tear down your house. In 3 days, I will rebuild you.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you are rebuilt. I've seen that. I'm witness to that. You are rebuilt. I'm a living witness to tell everyone across the world that Keywan L. Moore Sr. is rebuilt. Your book, How to Eat the Crust First. How did you come up with that title?
Okay. You know how you got a pie crust and a pizza crust, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you take the pie crust and the pizza crust out the pizza or the pie out the oven, the crust is burnt. So a lot of people, what they do is they take the crust and throw it away and they eat the good part, right? Why not eat the crust first? You get the hard part out the way first and then get to the center to your to the good stuff. That's just like life. Life, okay. This is me walking down through life, trying to get to my dreams on the other side, right? Bam, I got blocked into a wall. This is a wall. Now, should I stop here and give up and quit? Or should I eat the crust first and get the hard part out the way to get to my dreams? That's why I came up with the title, How to Eat the Crust First.
That's awesome. And your book, it came out this year?
January
this year? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In the chapter 1, you had talked about self-awareness, and it was talking about family and friends, they'll turn against you. I mean, I know that story so well. I've had so many family members, even with this show here, Urban Voice Media, the Roundtable session. It's hard for me to get my immediate family to support me, but through the sweat and tears of other businesses that I've had, you know, I had to eat the crust and realize they're just not going to be there with me. So when you sat down with that right there, did that have something to do with you were thinking at that point in time when you lost your family and family wasn't there, but your friend was there? And you said to yourself, hey, sometimes the family, you got to leave them behind and keep moving. Tell me about that.
Okay. What I mean by that is this. Sometimes your family can hold you back too. Sometimes your significant other can hold you back too. If God gave you a vision and you trying to do that vision and your family don't understand the vision that God gave you, how can they understand? How can they help you to achieve your dreams if they don't got that vision? Simple fact, why? Because they're afraid of you leaving them behind. Another reason why, because they can't see themselves doing it too. So they want to hold you back. Just like the analogy of a crab in a barrel. You got one crab trying to come out the barrel, but the other crab's like, nope, come on, nope, nope, nope. Why not just go follow him out? He's getting the freedom. You trying to put him back to misery.
In chapter 2, you talked about from childhood to adulthood, and you advised how parents really should watch what they say around their children. Because it's like monkey see, monkey do. And
Exactly.
we've heard that all our life coming up. Monkey see, monkey do. What is it that you really, really wanted to say? I mean, because it's sometimes like when parents get angry, they get mad, you know, they forget the children.
They don't think before they don't think before they speak. They just react first and then like, what did I just say to my son? What did I just say to my daughter? Because prime example, when I started writing this book, when I got off chapter 1, I was thinking about chapter 2. And I seen a lady in the grocery store. Hey, get over here. You black mother. I'm like, wow. Did the lady just really call her son that word? I'm looking, everybody looking at it like, I was like, And then you want to know why kids go to school. You mother. Where they hearing it from?
Right. The home and the community. And you had stated that also, you said communities could potentially impact a teenager's mindset.
Mm-hmm. If your environment is negative, what you going to be?
Exactly.
Negative. If you got all these people around you in your environment, look at this motherfucker. Look at it. Look at this gun, dude. Then your kids go to school and like, hey, I seen a gun. Then you know, next thing you know, you got what? Cops, police.
Keep on that positions me with when I look at a lot of the sports guys, they go on to play professional football and basketball. A lot of times, what you just stated, that community can impact them. It hasn't left them. It's still in them. Where you see a lot of them still getting in trouble as a professional, making all that money. They haven't learned how to let go of what they've seen in the community.
Exactly.
So that's powerful, what you're saying. Very powerful.
Yeah. Okay. When we are born with acute sensory mechanism. What I mean by that is this. From the time we was born, we was only programmed to see what's in front of us, right? Now, you go to a car dealership. You see a car. Out of all these cars, you see just one just got your sight. You don't have the money for it. But from then to I'll say like 2 months from now, you keep seeing that car over and over and over. You even dream about it. Why? Because your mind is focused on what you just saw. Now, if you seen somebody gang banging and you be like, oh man, he making that money, so I might want to do it. And then you got your family like, go to school, get good grades, do this, but you keep seeing, in your mind, you keep seeing what? That money being made. 2 months from now, just keep seeing that money being made in your neighborhood. Then that's why you think kids are so fascinated with the people that got power in their neighborhood, communities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because they seeing what they do. Monkey see, monkey do, right?
Right. What
they're doing is their mind is getting programmed.
Right. You had also stated, you said adult minds are trapped inside reality. What do you mean by that?
Okay, when we growing up, kids, that they are carefree. Mm-hmm. Like there's no troubles and problems in the world with them. Oh, mom, I'm a superhero. You see them flying with the bathroom cape, the bathroom towel as a cape. Then you see the parents, take that cape off. I just washed it. Why not be like, oh, you a superhero? Oh, I'll play with you then. Why not interact with them? Instead, they want to, no. Don't. They always want to point the finger.
Mm-hmm.
They want to yell at them. Prime example, when I in chapter 2, didn't I mention something about when the kids are being bullied in school and they come home?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And then they tell them their mom having a bad day or their dad having a bad day, and they try to tell them what happened. Get away with me! They start snapping at them.
Right.
So you got people at school bullying you. Now you got your mom snapping at you or your dad snapping at you. So now they mind start getting, okay, I don't got nobody. Because if I go to school, I get beat up. If I come home, I try to say something, I get yelled at. Now they got conflict now. So the only reason why I say the adult mind is still closed, because when they was young, what were they was taught? When their parents were young, what they was taught? It's a generational curse.
So is it safe to say that opportunity scares adults to
Yes.
where
Yes.
they can't see
Yes.
the opportunity?
They can't see what's not there. A lot of successful people, they can see the impossible, so they do the possible, because they can see the impossible. You literally got to see what's not there to get your dream to come. Like say I want to be a lawyer, right? I can actually see myself if I can actually picture myself walking in that courthouse, being a lawyer, talking, I can actually picture myself actually talking in every word. Now I'm destined to be a what?
Mm-hmm.
Lawyer.
Exactly. Could it
But
be from
if you can't see yourself doing something, you're not going to achieve it. We was built with a job mentality.
Mm-hmm.
From our parents, they parents. Why? Because nobody gave them an opportunity. Have you noticed everybody be like, go to school to get good grades to get your what? Your diploma. Go to college to get more good grades to get what? Your degree. So you get what? A job.
Right.
Job. And then you get out of college, can't find a job in your chosen field. You got all these student loans, student debts.
Right. Do you feel a lot of them being scared is they fear that they're just going to fail, or nobody's going to believe it?
That's what it is. They're afraid of being ridiculed, and they fell and failing. Them the two things they mainly afraid of. Mm-hmm. Because, like, when I started this journey, I had so many people. You never become an author. So many people. Mm-hmm. Friends, cousins. I was like, okay, I'll prove to you. Because I can see this. Mm-hmm. I can see this. I saw it. Mm-hmm. I saw this before I even wrote it.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you. As I introduced you, I said emotional speaker, author, illusionist. Which came to you first? Which did you start putting more energy and effort behind first?
Magic. Mm-hmm. Impersonations, then magic, then motivational speaking. But then I said, how can I be a motivational speaker if I don't got nothing to speak about? Mm-hmm.
Then the book.
I can speak to you, but if I don't have none credibility, how you gonna believe me?
Right.
If I don't got nothing to back about what I'm speaking up, you're not gonna listen to me.
You were spoken reference to the effects of not having strong emotions for your passion. What did you mean by that?
Say that again.
You would say that the effects of not having strong emotions about your passions. What did you mean by that?
You're not going to achieve nothing if you're not passionate about it. If you got strong emotions about your passion, you ain't going to let nobody stop you from achieving your dreams.
That's where a lot of people fail. They say they want to do things, but they really, really don't have their heart all the way in it.
I'm going to give you an example. A wise man once told me this. He said this. It was a farmer. It was an insurance guy selling farm insurance to farmers. He was like, can I show you some farm insurance? The guy was sitting on a porch checking wood. Yeah, come on. Start talking to him. He was like, 5 minutes within the conversation, he looked in the corner and saw a hound dog. Lay it back down. So he didn't pay no mind to it. Now, he started talking again. 10 minutes into the conversation, the hound dog let another wail out. Lay it back down. Came again. Talking to him. 30 minutes into the conversation. He said, okay, hold on. Why this dog over here wailing like this? The guy looked at him, the farmer looked at the salesman and said, he's laying on a nail. The farmer insurance guy said, why you don't get off the nail? The farmer looked at him and said, It only hurt enough to complain about it. It don't hurt enough to move. That's why everybody in their life is that. They complain about their problems. They don't want to move off their nail.
Wow. Yeah.
You ever seen people, oh, I'm stressing about bills. My job don't pay me enough. And then they do what? Get another job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We got a job mentality.
Wow. You talked about utilizing the third eye. I didn't realize about the third eye until I was probably in my late 20s. Go into detail about utilizing the third eye.
Your third eye is your subconscious. That's all it basically is. What you don't feel realize. You ever seen something like, okay, then you turn like 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, deja vu.
Mm-hmm.
That's your third eye opening.
Mm-hmm. You
just pictured that in your subconscious. Now you just seen it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have their third eye blocked. And that's why they're so negative and stuff about everything, opportunities and stuff. Because they subconscious is closed. Or their subconscious feeding with so much negativity that they can't. If you put a positive person in a room of 12 negative people, what that one person going to become?
Negative.
If you put one negative person in front of 12 positive people, what are they going to become?
Hopefully positive.
Exactly, because their subconscious is picking up everything around their environment. So if you're not literally trying to pay attention, but you listening,
mm-hmm.
Your subconscious is working regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So what you going to feed it? You going to feed it negative, or you going to feed it positive?
And see, that goes back to when you were talking about the community. The community need to watch what they're doing and saying around the children, because even though they may become to be big sports guys and make a lot of money, they still got a lot of that negativity in that brain.
Exactly.
In chapter 7, you talked about determination and courage, fearlessness, and tenacity. How does those three equate to one another, or equate to determination?
Okay. I'm going to break this down. You said chapter 7, right? I'm going to break it down easily. Chapter 7. All right. Courage. You got to be courageous, right? If you're always afraid of failing, or you're afraid of not being approved in life, you're not going to have the determination to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like Superman, he want to save people in the world, right?
Right.
He's so courageous, but when he get around kryptonite, what is his weakness?
Oh man, he frail up.
I was watching Christ on Infinite Earth. Lex Luthor said, I'm here to kill all the Supermans. Put a kryptonite, Clark Kent just grabbed the kryptonite, looked at it and threw it. He said, that should have affected you. He said, nope, there's one thing that's greater than powers. Lex Luthor went to go step. He stepped on a tractor toy. He looked down and said, you got to be kidding me.
Wow.
His kids. He gave up his powers for his kids.
Wow.
He was so courageous to give up his powers for his kids. Kryptonite was no longer a what?
Effective to him. Wow.
Now, you said fearless. God put the most greatest things in your life on the other side of fear. A lot of people get so far to their dream and they hit that fear wall.
Right.
And
Right.
they start affecting their courage.
Right. Wow.
You said tenacity. Tenacity is like the drive, basically. You gotta have that good tenacity to keep that drive up to get your to be fearless. Because what is Superman's weakness again? Kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
He's always afraid of kryptonite. So he was fearless of what? Kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
But he kept, okay, I'm gonna overcome this. Like when he got stabbed at kryptonite on that Superman Return movie. He was still pushing that island, that floating island was full of kryptonite.
Right.
He had that tenacity to get that kryptonite right to the earth, from the earth, because it was destroying the whole earth. So if he's still afraid of kryptonite, but he keep pushing that island out to the space, and the island was full of kryptonite. He had that what? That determination.
Mm-hmm.
Tenacity plus fearless equals what? Courageous.
Wow. We're gonna take a break right here, and we're gonna look at some of your illusions that you do on the streets of Omaha. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Kiwan. Only one. That's because I was there for several hours. Only one I was able to grasp. The others, you still had me lost. The Rubik's Cube, I couldn't understand that one. How you can sit there and look at a Rubik's Cube, and it takes you almost a minute or so to do it, but you can put it behind your back and get it done within 3 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, watch these clips right here. We'll be right back.
You even see me mix it up, right? Did I do anything tricky? Watch this. You look at it first. All right. All you gotta do is determine when to go.
Give you like 3 movies.
You see me mix it up, right? Yeah. You see me too. Let me pause you off. No shorts. Sure. Watch this. Top, bottom, here. Now, you're gonna be a card. Sure. Is that it? Watch this. No, watch. Fold it. You can see where it's folded at. Feel? Watch this. Watch. Take it, push it in. All you gotta do is snap. Watch what happens. Snap. See? Take it.
All right, welcome back, guys. Mr. Moore, you have me speechless. Even though I've seen that work, watching it again, just it takes my breath, man, just to watch someone do what you just did. How? Let me ask you: did you go to school to be an illusionist, or just something you just start picking up by watching or reading books or something? How did you gather that?
Seen David Copperfield?
Say that again.
I seen David Copperfield.
Wow, is he still performing?
Mm-hmm. He took a card. He took a deck of cards, put them in his tin pan, burnt them, put the ashes in his mouth, turned it on, cards start flying out of his mouth.
Have you learned how to do that one?
I don't want to. That's it.
Yeah.
So I did my own. I was like, what can I do to make my own magic? Because everybody was doing everybody's tricks and doing the same thing over and over again. I want to be different. So I was like, I'm going to learn magic. I'm not going to use no Google, no YouTube, no books, anything. Because back when I was younger, there was no YouTube.
Right.
There was no Google.
In chapter 11, you talked about the life map and the 4 examples of why. What did you mean by that? The 4 examples of why?
Oh, okay. You mean focus, hard work, discipline, and activity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With your focus, there's going to be a test. You have a test to get your testimony. Because your why is the end results. Your end results your why is your end result. where you wanted to be at, right? You got to set goals. That'd be your dreams. Dreams are goals. Why are the endpoints? Now, if you don't have, you're going to have a test in your life, your mind, because your mind is constantly battling. The only enemy is your enemy. You are the only person that can stop you from achieving your dreams. Nobody else. If you can't pass that mental test, how you gonna pass the physical test? Of people coming, oh, they ain't gonna work. You stupid for doing that. That's a test, right?
Right.
If you stay focused and pass that test, you're gonna have what? A testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you got to have faith. If you don't have faith, you ain't gonna have nothing. If you can't believe that God got your back of anything you doing, you're not gonna get it. God will never give you more than you can handle.
Can a person do half of like one side where you have hard work, activity, energy, motivation, and not have the other side?
Nope.
Because they got to have
if you don't have, I'm gonna put it like this: you got to have, after you have faith, you're gonna have another test. Every level, there's another devil. Period. By design.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't pass that test, how you gonna inspire some other body to pass their test?
Exactly.
Hard work. You got to have the desire to do hard work. If you don't have desire, you're not going to do no hard work.
And
like, this is boring.
And ladies and gentlemen, as he's speaking, you see on the screen where he has, we have a copy, you're looking at a copy of his life-changing map. The reason why I asked him that question is because, as you see, on the one side, it has hard work, activity, energy. The other side, it has focus, discipline, and test. And I can understand where he's coming from because it's hard to do hard work if you're not focused.
There you go.
That's great, Keon. I like that, man.
Then, how you going to have hard work if you don't have the vision to do hard work? What's your vision is? Why are you doing the hard work? What is your vision? It's your why. Mm-hmm. If you got a strong picture of your why, then your hard work you're gonna do that hard work because you're gonna be focused on what? The hard work.
Mm-hmm. Down here, you gave 4 examples. If you don't mind, can I steal this from you and give this to the listeners out there?
What example?
You said, I want to leave a legacy for my children. I want to leave a legacy not just for all of them collectively, but leave a legacy for each individual child. That's deep. I never thought of that, man. Never. Leave something different for each one. Also, you would say,
I'll put it like this. One of my kids might not want to be a magician, but one do. My magic, I can leave that as a legacy for him. One of my kids might want to be a motivational speaker. I can leave that legacy for her.
Right.
It just.
Right. You also said, I want to become a motivational speaker and author. Done. These are your whys. And you said, I want to be able to help thousands of people because when I die and leave this earth, I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered as someone who used their gifts to change the world, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Now, the one that we all can relate to, and I just say it in one word, bills. Bills. And speaking of paying the bills, ladies and gentlemen, like this video, share this video. We have to pay the bills. I'm going to take that. I'm implementing. If you don't mind, I like to implement that within my core as every day on my journey as I continue on for the rest of my life. I really
do.
I'm glad you wrote this, man. This really, really means a lot. It really does. You would also, like in chapter 12, you gave the inner map, and you spoke about envy, fear, doubt, negative environment, positive environment, humility, honesty, and integrity. That's something that is hard for so many people to adopt, especially that last one, integrity, because so many people want to be like others. So many people want to do what's funny and flamboyant and just off the charts versus just being who they really, really are. Is that where you were thinking, where you were going?
Nope.
Where were
You
you
know
going?
why? I'll tell you this. Why I was saying to myself, why should I be like everybody else? Everybody else is taken already.
Right. Right.
My mentor always said, when you write your life story, you hold the pen, nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you should never let nobody's judgment of you dictate the outcome of your life. And I look at it like this: excuses builds a bridge to nowhere.
Exactly. 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 The positive environments that you give, you listed, I would say at least about 20 some odd positive environments. Why is it so hard for a person to grasp a positive environment when there's so many?
Everything is a positive and negative. You're like a battery, right? I heard it said you gotta plant seeds and harvest, like the mustard seed. A lot of people don't want to. How can I put it? A lot of people are so used to being negative. They're having doubts. Doubts, deprived, objectionable, unhappy, belligerent, and terrifying. Fear, false emotions as a reality. Envy, enrage, negativity, vindictive, and yell. I want that to be a negative for me.
Mm-hmm.
Successful man by the name of Napoleon Hill said, we are born with two envelopes. The first envelope is riches we desire if we take possession of our own mind and do whatever we want to do with it. The second is negative envelope. The consequences for neglecting our mind and directing to our paths. I want the riches envelope.
Yes.
I don't want the negative.
Exactly.
Negative is envy, jealousy, greed, the seven deadly sins.
Exactly. Towards the end of your book, you wrote a poem called I Am.
Yeah.
Can you go to the end and just recite that to us, man?
I am Kiwan Moore Sr. I am a motivational speaker. I wonder what it will feel like to change millions of lives. I hear the sound of the crowd cheering my name. I see a stadium full of people. I want to win their respects. I am a motivational speaker. I pretend to focus on the time. I feel proud. I touch that stage, then I'm in my zone. I worry that people might not take me seriously. I cry when I think about trying to fail in front of my kids. Try not to fall in front of my kids. I am a motivational speaker. I understand how important my dreams are. I always say, live by the 3 Ds, which your destiny is determined by your next decision. I dream about speaking in front of thousands of people. I try to get better every day working on my craft. I know my dream will come true. I am motivational speaker. Sometimes you have to write a poem about what you want your future to be and read it every day so your subconscious can turn it to a reality.
That was deep, man.
Thank
When you started reading that, it almost made me go into another frame. It was like I was when you said a stadium, I'm like, I'm there. I'm watching you as you read now. And something just went over me. A chill of something just went over me as you were reading that. And keep on.
Yeah.
Lastly, one of the last things you wrote in the back of your book, you said your destiny is determined by your next decision. I've heard the term where people say, you know, you have your beginning, your middle, now your end, or your past does not dictate your future. And in reading that kind of like puts me in full circle with what you're saying when you say your destiny is determined by your next decision. What's your next decision?
My next decision,
Mm-hmm.
instead of helping 1 million people, help 2 million people. That's my next decision. Because if I can speak it now, the universe got to give it to me. The universe don't know what you want to give you what you speak. But everybody who just heard me what I said, y'all might want to get the book or the DVD called The Secret.
Secret? Who wrote that?
It's a book. I don't know who wrote it,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a powerful book, and it's also a DVD too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But do you find yourself looking at other, listening to other motivational speakers and reading other motivational books to keep you
all the time?
Mm-hmm.
My mentor gave me 3 people to read. 3 people to read and study. Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, and Jim Rohn.
Zig Ziglar. Les Brown is awesome. Zig Ziglar, woo. The last one I don't know.
Oh. You might want to do your research.
Okay. All right.
The one I picked up myself is Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich.
Okay. All right. So is there another book in planning?
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, How to Eat the Crust First.
There's 3 books in the works.
All right. Now, this is actually your first book, though, right?
This is my very first book.
Very first book. Okay. All right. Mr. Moore, Keywan L., I appreciate you coming to the round table. If you would like to plug, let everybody know how they can reach you by whatever means or channels, the stage is yours, my brother.
You can reach me at 402-618-1581. You can reach me at Keywan Moore on Facebook, MFTP Global on Instagram. Or you can email me at mftpglobal@gmail.com.
Right. There's something else that you're doing also before I let you go. There's something else that you're doing as well. What was the other business that you're entitled in?
Oh, Total Life Changes.
Total Life Changes?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's that involved with?
We helping people with everything. If they want to lose weight, we got stuff to help them lose weight. If people want to go to the gym and work out, but they don't got the energy, we got this right here. This is our ISOT.
Keywan, let me ask you, how can people find your products?
Oh, that's easy. Website.
What's the website?
www.totallifechanges.com/MFTP Global.
Say it again.
www.totallifechanges.com/MFTP Global.
Awesome. Got it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll put it up on the screen also. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up the roundtable session. Once again, Keywan L. Moore Sr., I appreciate you coming to the roundtable, sitting down with me and discussing your life, your book, your journey, your illusions. I can't wait to see you on that bigger stage once COVID is over and I see you performing on that big stage where I can really, really see you just throw down. But until then, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
if you go to my Facebook page, just scroll down, you can see 2 of my seminars.
Okay. All right. And it's
Yeah.
just on YouTube also, or just Facebook?
Facebook.
Facebook. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Until next time, guys. Follow, like, share. See you at the next roundtable session.